Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another live here at Trader's Journey. We are going to be going through Palantir, PLTR as it's otherwise known. So a lot of people have been asking me to make this live, make this video. I am live streaming this live, and if anyone's watching it back, welcome to the channel. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, join us, join the community as we find some crazy plays, and definitely follow me on my Instagram, which is traderjourney_official. Feel free to DM me there, guys, if anyone has any questions. Welcome to everyone on the live. We've got Pavan and we've got the whole team. We got Roy, we got Neil. Roy, big shout out to Roy. I'll tell you why big shout out to Roy, because Roy put this on my radar, one of my members, and all thanks to Roy, because man, he's a champ. And dude, this guy keeps paying me. He keeps paying me, which is nuts, which is absolutely nuts. And I hope he keeps his money to himself today, and we can get into this video. If anyone's watching this replay, if anyone's watching the replay to this, I'm going to try and make this as beneficial to you guys as well. But I want to make sure I'm speaking to everyone in the live chat as well. What is wrong with my charts? I have no idea. Just give me a second. Let me sort out these charts. There we go. All right, so I'm going to just quickly talk through the technical analysis of Palantir. Roy, I really hope this benefits you, Roy, as a member of mine. And yeah, so let's get into this. So Palantir, what is the recent news? What is going on from a technical standpoint? So I'm going to show you something interesting, which I think I mentioned on the previous live as well. But look at where we are in terms of the stock price, right? Palantir previously has been consolidating from a long time during this huge range, and we've seen this consolidation back in November. Roy, keep your money to yourself, big man, but I can't thank you enough. So the consolidation we saw there on Palantir, and we saw a breakout of the triangle. So perfect technical analysis, amazing price action there for the team. I was in Palantir, back, I sold, and I personally did lose interest in it. But now we are catching some new waves, and something interesting has happened. So from a technical point of view, guys, if you don't want to even look at this triangle, I want to show you something interesting. And I think I've mentioned this to you guys before. Oh my goodness, Alex is back in the game. He's back in the game. Oh my days. Guys. We got some bad dudes in this live chat. If anyone's watching this replay, big shout out to Alex, the best photographer in the world right now. And big shout out Roy, the baddest dude on the planet. Right, the baddest dudes on the planet. So if you look at Palantir here, guys, a very, very interesting perspective for me to look at this is that we are almost in an upward trend. Would you believe? Right? You could say this is a upward trend. Right? This is an upward trend. We could arguably say there was a correction to this upward trend, although it is a very weak upward trend. It just goes to show that actually some of the analysis you do here is for a reason. Now, there's a second thing I want to note here for you guys. If I was watching the charts when Roy told me to look at the charts, and I wish I took more attention of it, so apologies for this, Roy. But if we see what we're seeing here on the you guys know I like to chart supply and demand zones. You guys know that I love supply and demand zones. So this green area is a huge area of demand. Why is it a huge area of demand? Because whenever the share price enters this zone, I'm just going to make it a little bit bigger here. Whenever the share price enters the zone, it exits the zone and then carries on a huge move. Generally speaking, from the consolidation we saw in that triangle, which I had charted earlier, every time the price entered the zone, it would reject and then move upwards. That tells me there's strong buyers sitting at the level here of 24.53 for anyone interested in Palantir. Now, what has happened? What has happened since the move from this demand zone? There's two things that mainly happened here, guys. Cathie Woods at ARK Investing, she has bought 5.2 million shares of Palantir. Now, just to put that into perspective for you guys, that's 5% of her whole total portfolio. Now, Cathie Woods hasn't been known to add 5% of her portfolio into a single stock. It's just simply not good risk management. She definitely has some idea of what's going to happen. Okay, 9.8 million. Thanks for correcting me, Bradley. Why did I get 5.2 million? Because I read 5.2 million. So apologies if I'm wrong. So maybe it's 9.8. Okay, so 5% of her portfolio. Right now, thinking about it, she must know something we don't know. But there's a couple of things I want to mention here, guys, that is going to definitely interest you about Palantir. Now, I want to do some deeper analysis into this with you guys. And Palantir, obviously, trading currently at $29. Where do we go from here is from a technical standpoint. At this point, I have already said that I would like to see $39 test. And if we break that, then we get to the $45. Now, from a risk to reward perspective, you guys know I love risk to reward. It's excellent. I'll tell you why it's excellent. Because at these levels of $29, right, you've got a potential risk, because that demand zone, I told you, that demand zone is strong. It's strong. Price is rejecting and price is bouncing. So personally, that is your potential risk here. Thank you so much, Bradley, for the donation. I'm amazed by your guys' generosity. I want to announce right now, this is coming out the blue, but I'm going to be opening up Trader Journey Foundation charity, and I want to do some more charity work with you guys. You guys are so generous, and you have motivated me to do something better and something bigger. Why not give back more, right? So just want to drop that in there for anyone donating. And I'm going to try and make sure all your proceeds go towards that foundation as well. I'll keep you guys posted on what happens with that. Back to Palantir, guys. So risk to reward. The risk here is at $29. We have a risk of dropping down to $24.56. So personally thinking here, the risk to reward and putting the reward up here, at least in the short term, guys, 39 is, I personally think, is achievable here. We do obviously have some areas of rejection, but in the long run, I think that $39 is a nice area to capture. One thing I'd like to say, guys, thankfully the live is not lagging today, and I have paid my internet bill. So great stuff, great scenes we have here, and thanks for everyone tuning in on a Saturday night. So yeah, the risk to reward looks pretty healthy, looks pretty nice. I like it. Neil says he's going to buy 100 shares on Mondays. Hope you get a good price. Hope you get a good entry. So speaking of this, yeah, $39 I personally think is a great, an achievable level. But I'm going to go into deeper analysis here just to make sure I'm helping you guys out as much as I can. So in the long run, I do see that $45 testing. It's a strong stock, and it's got a lot going for it. Cathie Woods is in the building, and is there much even else to question about it? Roy wants to know what a good entry is. 36.27. I will go through entry from Monday, Roy. I'll go through entry better for you, Roy, so you can understand that. So in this bigger time frame, which is a 2 hour, Roy, you'll understand that we probably can't see what's going on in the smaller time frame. So I'm going to go down to the 3 minute, guys, just so we can understand what is a good entry for you guys for Monday, and what am I expecting to happen on Monday. Okay, so like I said, we're trading at 29.70. Rory wants to know, is it 26 or 27? What is the good entry here? So after hours held up pretty well at these levels, right? What I like to do is I always, for entry and exits, especially on these type of plays, I love to look at pre-market. I like to analyze pre-market and understand where was the key areas of resistance and where was the key areas of support during pre-market. Let me just give you an example, guys. Let me just give you an example. Let's go back one day, right? This is Palantir here. Now you could see in pre-market and after hours it's fairly flat, right? But when price is above pre-market high, generally speaking, the general principle which I like to do is that is a good entry to go long, right? And if price falls below pre-market low or after hour low, that's a good entry to go short on the stock, right? So in terms of what we have for Monday, with 29 seems like a very strong rejection area. It's struggling to break through 29. And you obviously want to buy in at a low, right? You want to buy in at a low. So I personally think, based on the levels which I'm seeing from the day before, which was on Friday, it would be nice. It would be nice to get in at the 26.68, right? But if price gaps up on pre-market, right? On pre-market, if price gaps up above 29, right? Then it would be a case of understanding how bullish the candles look in pre-market. Is there any areas of price rejection, and use those levels. If you guys want, I will be going live for market open on Monday, and I'll hopefully share what you guys need to know for any other particular entry. So I hope that helps you, Roy, and I hope that answers your question. But yeah, I think because we've exited this demand area, it's proving quite difficult to get that entry. But an entry of 27 or 26, 27, I personally think is a good entry. But just keep in mind, guys, we've got a big move to come here. We're expecting a bigger move. So if you're fiddling your fingers over a couple of pounds or 50 cents, maybe it's not worth your while, right? Maybe you should just enter in expectation, in anticipation for the bigger move. So I hope that makes sense, guys. Thanks, Roy. Appreciate the question. Keep the questions coming. I'm happy to answer anyone's questions here. So yeah, I think it's very key understanding it on a case by case basis, right? If we're talking pennies, if we're talking pence, talking cents, think about it in the context of things. Do we need to really worry about getting a good entry when we've got a big move we're anticipating a bigger move, right? Roy, you didn't actually get top 3, my friend. That we had 2 winners, and it was Palantir and UAVS. I had to split the pot because we had 2 winners, and they actually, believe it or not, in the competition, guys, it was exactly the same percentage gain for Palantir and UAVS. Insane. 15.8% exactly. So I had to split it. We had 2 winners. So they both got their prize. Bradley, Pierce, Roy, you hold any at the moment, long or swing? I think Roy's, I'm not sure. Maybe we'll let Roy answer that. But yeah, so I hope this answers your question on Palantir. Now, I want to address something very, very interesting on Palantir, and I hope you guys take this on board. So pay attention, because this will help you with any future investment opportunities, any future trades. So make sure you're dropping a like here, as I'm going to be teaching you something. So all I can ask for is not your money, because I know Roy's paying me enough, Alex is paying me enough. All I would like is if you guys could drop a like on this live, it'd be much appreciated. So I'm just going to drop my Instagram in here, because I like to do that. I like to make sure you guys are aware of that, and you guys can give me a follow there if you want to. You don't have to. If you want to, it'd be appreciated. All right, so Palantir, we're talking Palantir. I like to go onto this website, right? I like to go to option volume leaders. Roy, I hope you're listening to this. This is going to help you, Roy. I want Roy to take this on board, guys. I would love Roy to listen to this and take this on board, because I think it's going to help Roy. Okay, so when I look at stocks to buy, stocks to invest in, stocks to trade, I like to look at this on a potential weekly basis, maybe even a daily basis if I'm looking for entry, right? Now, what do we see here, guys? What we're seeing right here is on Friday, what stocks had the highest options volume by contract, right? So it's very granular level. You're able to see by stock symbol, by strike price, by contract expiration, right? How much volume was traded on the contract. This tells you the leading volume options contracts for the day. So this was Friday, right? Now picture this. Guys, just picture this. How many Palantirs do you damn see on this chart, right? We got PLTR everywhere. Now, why do I look at this? The reason why I look at this options volume leader chart is to get an understanding for market sentiment towards stocks. Now, the general principle is, if there's high volume on call contracts for a particular stock, it's got the highest volume, it's either news has spiked the open interest, right? Or people know something we don't know, i.e. institutions, right? So there's a number of reasons why contract volumes could spike, right? But I want to focus in on Palantir because that's what we're talking about, Palantir, right? So look at Palantir at the top. Palantir experienced on this particular contract, Palantir experienced the most amount of volume for this particular contract. Now, what does that tell me? I'm going to go through this. At the $29 price level for Palantir, right, there was 93,859 options contracts traded for the $30 strike contract. Now, what is that telling us? What is that telling us? People, the general sentiment of the market here is they're anticipating a bigger move for PLTR. Is that making sense, guys? They bought a call. Look at the type. You have to look at the type because calls are bullish, puts are bearish. So if you're seeing volume spike on a call contract for a strike higher than the current share price of 29 to 30, it's expecting the bigger move. Now, granted, it is only $1, guys. It is only $1. However, I want you guys to look at this. Look at this chart and scroll down. What are you seeing? You're seeing more Palantir. You're seeing 30. You're seeing 29. Look how many call contracts. Look how many call contracts. Look how many call contracts for different strikes of the same damn stock. Now, what is that telling you? That's telling me I've paid Alex, thanks to you and Roy, I've paid the internet bill. I've actually upgraded the internet bill, guys. So no one's going to be complaining today, right? No one's going to be complaining today. So Palantir, what I'm trying to tell you guys is, on a weekly basis, if you're seeing huge amounts of call contracts spiking volume, that is a good confirmation that investors are feeling a type of way towards the stock. They're expecting it to run. They're expecting Palantir to run next week. And the amount of Palantir I'm seeing on here, which is broken volume levels, look at this. Oh my days. Oh my days. Look at this. 30, 30, everywhere. Everywhere. Different expirations. Palantir is everywhere. Look, for instance, we got another one here, $32. SOS is on there, guys, for a call contract for $15 strike, March 19th. Guys, look at SOS. Look at SOS. How many? 14,000 contracts were purchased for SOS for a $15 call contract for expiration on March 19th. So that gives me some idea that people are thinking SOS is going to hit 15 by March 19th. You see what I mean, guys? You see where I'm going with this? So I like to use this to help navigate and understand what the volume levels are on these contracts, to understand what the expectation is, what the sentiment is in the markets, and what investors are feeling, and what the overall market is thinking towards the stock. Because just purely basing off looking at the stock, looking at the charts like this, you may want extra confirmation, and this is my idea of extra confirmation. It's only one other type of confirmation, but it is a type of confirmation for me. So I generally like to look at this and keep monitoring it. It's free. I like to look at it on a daily basis if I'm looking at a stock for an entry. But for me, based on what I'm seeing with the volume levels of contracts, call contracts on Palantir, my goodness, it would be nuts if the price does not rally next week. Which brings me on to the entry again. I mean, if price rallies in pre-market, which I'll be surprised if it doesn't, you may not get the entry you intended to on Palantir, because I'm expecting it to rally next week. I'm expecting it to rally next week. So Ewote says, could you explain how the call contract works? They buy the contract for 29, and if it hits 30, you get the stock for 29, so you can make $1 contract. Essentially, yes, that's essentially it. But most people that trade options contracts don't actually exercise the contract. They're just simply trading contracts. So they're buying and selling it before expiration. So not many people actually exercise options contracts. So I hope that answers the question. But you've got a good idea there. Whoa, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. It's like if you're buying a put or you're selling a put. This is just the opposite. You're expecting to buy it cheaper back. If you're selling a put, you're looking to buy back the stock at a cheaper price than what it currently is to make the gain, right? So that kind of sums up what I wanted to talk about. But Palantir, Cathie Woods. If Cathie Woods. What's the saying? What's the saying? Yeah. Well, look, in Cathie Woods we trust, right? When Cathie Woods buy, I buy. So do you buy contract? No, I'm not buying options on this. I'm buying stocks. I'm buying shares. But I'm just saying, based on the volume and the calls, the amount of call contracts. 93,859, guys. It's nuts. It's nuts. It's nuts. Days till expiration, 7 days. Right? $30 strike. It's telling me people are bullish on Palantir. It's not just me. There's a lot of picture this. There's 93,000 people bullish on Palantir. So picture that. Picture that, guys. So that kind of sums up why I wanted to discuss today, because Palantir is, I know a lot of people are wondering what's happening next. Based off my charts, there was a double dip, double top situation here, and then the price tanked, fell back to the demand zone, and now, like I said, when price enters this demand zone, we're seeing big spikes and a lot of buyers pushing the price up. In terms of short-term targets, I would like to see Palantir break 31.18. 31.18 is a key area. 31.21, sorry, key area, key price level that we need to break, and then we could see this run. But then there's some resistance at 33.50. But other than that, I think the stock's looking very good. I mean, look where the stock. Look if you go back in time, look where the stock was, guys. Crazy, isn't it? Crazy. The stock was down at $10, $8, and now we're trading at these levels. Nuts. But I think we still have plenty opportunity in Palantir, and I'm excited. I really am. I can't wait to see where this one goes. Bradley, I'm not too sure about that. If I'm honest, I'm not too sure about that. Bradley Pierce has just said, didn't JP Morgan buy 20 million shares on Friday? How? I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't recall reading that. I do not recall reading that. I'm going to just change this expiration date and see if I can find Palantir. Has anyone bought Palantir? Anyone bought leaps on Palantir? $45 for 2022. Look at there's 1,200 people buying call contracts for 17th of June 2022 for next year, guys. $45. So there's people buying leaps on Palantir. There's people buying leaps on Palantir, guys. So that tells you something. Hey, Alex. Hope you're good, man. I'm good. Just talking through Palantir here. I think you may have missed majority of what I was just discussing here. But look, 21st of January 2022, there's call contracts for $40. So I think in the long run, guys, it just depends how long you're going to wait in this stock. I think in the long run, those price targets are going to hit. It's just a matter of when, not if. For me personally. Hello, Murray. Hope you're good. Can't tell your thoughts on SOS. I kind of dedicated this to Palantir, but I probably, just because you asked, I probably will. Now, I've been listening in whilst eating dinner. Just got back to my PC. All right. My man, Alex. All right, let's talk about SOS, shall we? Seeing as though we got a question here from Murray, Mr. Murray. Let's talk about SOS very briefly here. First time here, of course, I'm just trying to learn. Thanks for all the info. No problem, my friend. I'm glad you're learning something. I was very surprised with SOS, if I'm honest, guys. I expected a rally just based off of the Bitcoin prices. But look, here's what my thoughts are. Somebody shared their thoughts as well on the previous live. My thoughts on SOS is we've just finished the $10 direct offering. No, it ends on Monday, sorry. The direct offering ends on Monday. Yeah, Alex. Yeah, you might need to teach us some of that one day, Alex. You might need to share some of that knowledge. But guys, the direct offering for SOS ends on Monday. So I expect the price to move after the offering concludes. Just as we had the $5 offering. When the $5 offering ended, the price definitely flew. So because the direct offering ends on Monday officially, we need to wait for that. And the offering was done at $10. We're still trading above $10, but I think for us to get to any newer highs, the $12, the $15 range, we will need this offering to end. I heard it's the last direct offering for 90. Yeah, Alex, you're absolutely right. It is the last offering of such for 90 days, which gives us some relief because damn, they've done $5 direct offering and then they've done a $10 offering. This better be the last one because I'm going to be frustrated because how much more money do they need to keep pumping into the business? That's surely enough money to keep them going for a while, right? Okay, Bradley confirmed on PLTR. JP Morgan bought 19.9 million worth on 19th of February, which was Friday, right? Fantastic. Thank you so much for that, Mr. Bradley. That is great news. That is very good news. So it looks like institutions are in. It looks like we're getting ready for liftoff. So fasten your seatbelts. Get some popcorn. Get some music on. And just ride it out, guys. Ride it out. Oh, looks like, what are we trading at now? 29.70. Ooh wee. 29.70. I need that break. I need that break here of 29.96. Palantir, we need you to break 29.96 on Monday. I wouldn't be surprised at this rate if in pre-market we surpass 29.96. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, back to SOS. So I don't think we're going to see a bigger move yet till Tuesday on SOS. And then I'm looking for that 12.50 range and then potentially $15. Yep. Thank you very much for that, Bradley. Great insights there. Fantastic. Did anyone watch my video on DNN? Sorry, not DNNN. DNN. Did anyone watch my video on DNN? I think Sebastian did. Can you explain the high reward and loss thing on your right side and how you draw it? Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. I'd be more than happy to talk you through that. So with the risk to reward on Palantir, this is my thought process on drawing it. Why is my chart so messed up? There we go. This is my thought process on drawing risk to reward. Generally speaking, with the risk, which is the red box, right? Which is the red box. Sebastian, sorry. So Sebastian, this red area, why is that my potential risk? Well, I'll tell you why it's my risk. I'm going to get rid of reward for a second so I can talk you through them one by one. So why is the red box my risk? The reason why it's my risk is because me personally, I know this green zone is a demand zone. What do I mean by demand zone? It means buyers have control of the area. Whenever price enters this zone, buyers, they're active buyers sitting at this level. There's probably people with limit orders waiting to buy Palantir at this level of 24.50. there's probably limit orders sitting there. So as soon as price comes down to 24.50, all those limit orders get filled, and guess what happens to the price? It rejects that level and it starts flying upwards. Okay. Now, why is this my risk box? The reason why this is my risk box is we're buying in at a current price of 29. So that's how I draw the top of the box at the current price. And then I look down and I think, okay, where's the lowest possible point it can come down to in the short term? Now, based off of historical prices, 24.50. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to stop at 24.50, right? It could easily come below 24.50. But for me personally, I would set a stop loss. I would set a stop loss at 24.50 if you're in heavy, of course. And if you're not believing in the company and you just wanted to cut your losses before any further lows, you could even set it at 22.49. But for this purpose, we're saying it at 24.50. Okay, so me personally, my personal feelings are towards this. Dude, Farhat. Oh man, Farhat. You are a lovely guy, man. Dude, you're a top guy. Honestly, that just made my day. Thank you so much. Thank you, Walt Hutton. Everyone's giving me such great feedback here. I really appreciate it. So yeah, thank you so much, Farhat. Thank you so much, Walt. Thank you so much, Fiona, for watching the DNN video. Wow, Farhad's very bullish on Palantir. I like that. So just coming back to confirm my risk to reward strategy. So the risk here is that I personally see from looking at the charts, the lowest this can possibly go in the short term is 24.50. I'm sure you guys all are happy with that and happy with the way I've done that, because that makes sense. Hopefully that's easy. Okay, so that's how I draw my risk, because I personally think the lowest it can come down to in the short term is possibly 24.50. Now, looking to the reward, right? Reward is a bit of a mixed bag, because you can either do it on a short-term basis, long-term basis. I'm looking at Palantir as a long-term hold, so I would like to see where it can go in the potential long-term. And in the medium to long-term, when I say long-term, guys, I'm actually saying maybe it could be 1 month, 2 month, right? This green box is the reward, because the next resistance area, once we break through these areas, and what we've broken through recently, is we've gotten to 39.60 in a flash. We've gotten to 39.60 in a flash, guys. Last time levels were at these areas for Palantir, man, it jumped up within a couple of days, within a week or so. Within a week or so, it hit 39.60. So that is why my reward is the potential highest point in recent times. You understand what I'm saying? In recent times. But if you even want to go longer term, it has the potential to get to $45, guys. It has the potential to get to $45. You see that? And so this is how I like to draw my risk to reward. So I hope you guys understand that. Oh, welcome to Farhat from all the way from New York. Fantastic. So who asked the question? I can't even remember who asked the question. It was Sebastian. So Sebastian, I hope that makes sense to you, but most people understand risk to reward, and it's a pretty easy concept to grasp. And when you can visualize it on your charts, it helps you understand whether the trade is worth your time. Because if it was like this, for instance, guys, if it was for like this, why would you want to buy Palantir if the risk is this big and the reward is that small? It doesn't make sense. You like to find high growth opportunities, then use risk to reward. That's my personal opinion, and that's how I like to go about it. Yeah, for sure. Data analytics. It's one of those future-proof industries that's going to take everything. Data is going to be data is the most expensive commodity, guys. It is the most expensive commodity. All right. Thank you so much. I understand it much better now. Fantastic. Sebastian's learned something today. That's great. And I hope you guys have as well. So make sure you drop a like on this live, because I just shared some knowledge there and I think you guys have benefited. So if you have, make sure you drop a like and show me some support. And I honestly think that it can potentially reach 300 in the next 3 to 5 years. So I personally won't be making those forecasts quite so soon. I haven't even done a intrinsic value test on Palantir, but there's no doubt. I mean, if they're going in the right direction, Cathie Woods knows something we don't, possibly, maybe. There's high hopes with this stock for sure. What makes Palantir as a company so great? Good revenue, etc. Let's go through it. Let us go through it. Just give me a second. Bradley says $100 end of the year. Institutional investors, yeah. You really have to understand what's going on here in the bigger picture. Cathie Woods, institutional investors. It does give you a lot of hope with this stock, especially with those options contracts which I've just talked to you about. The only one thing you want to understand is, guys, that market corrections are going to stop these stocks from making these moves. If we see corrections in the market, it's going to slow down that process, unfortunately. One thing I'm seeing in like news articles for Palantir is that obviously there's concerns from analysts. Very nice, Alex, exactly. What is your thoughts on ZOM? I'll touch that in a second, probably. And it was only last Wednesday, would you believe, guys? Only last Wednesday did Goldman Sachs improve their rating on Palantir. They changed the rating from a neutral to a buy and boosted the forecast, and can you believe they only gave Palantir a forecast of $34? So even Goldman Sachs, guys, have given them a rating of $34, which is very positive. Thanks, Namsky. Yeah, for sure. I mean, don't use it as the only way, guys. You have to use a combination of things. There's no one answer for everything. But Namsky, for sure, it was going to give you some greater insights into what's happening in the market. Yeah, the earnings aren't so great on Palantir, so they need to definitely pull their socks up for the earnings release. Yeah, there's a lot of business. There's a lot of partnerships going on there. There's a lot going on with the stock, man. But data is king. And in this day and age, data is where it's at. Data is going to be where the money is. Yeah. Alex is asking, so I'm going to tell him. Walt Bradley, Q4 earnings were adjusted today and show 0.06 per share, not 0.02. Profit per share. Yeah, that's good. So even more positive news. Yeah. Fantastic. Let me know if you guys want me to talk through. Do you guys want me to talk through the financials? Because I'm happy to do that. Do you guys want me to talk through the financials? The positives and the negatives? Okay, let's talk about the financials. 2 of you said yes. All right. Let's talk about financials. I do some deep analysis here for you guys, and let's pull this up. Hopefully you can see my screen, team. All right. Financials. What are we dealing with, guys? Jeez. Net income exactly the same for 18 and 19. Is that right? Wow. They hit the exact same number. Look at net income. So they made a 580 loss, 580 million loss, 18 and 19, guys. 18 and 19. Oh no, diamond hands. Thank you so much. Oh, Alex and diamond hands. You guys are amazing, man. Am I giving you guys value? That's the main thing. I can only assume I am if you guys are paying me. If you guys are paying me, you guys, I hope I'm giving you some value. I hope I'm teaching you something. I hope you can understand what's going on through my mindset so you guys can be thinking what I'm thinking. Alex, you are one bad dude. Alex, you are one bad dude, my friend. I can't believe it. Guys. You guys are nuts. Oh my days. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Diamond. Let's go through these financials. 18 and 19, the exact same loss, but what else happened? Operating income increased because it went from a loss of 623 million down to 573 million. That's some positive. That is some positive, guys. Operating expenses went up. That's a negative. Research and development went up. That's great. Revenues went up from 595 million to 743 million. That's great. 24% revenue growth from 18 to 19, guys. That's great. I love to see that. I love to hear about that. That's great. Thank you so much, man. The Wolf. You guys are a blessing for me, man. Honestly, the support you guys give me, the positivity you guys are sharing, man. I can't thank you guys enough. Thank you very much, The Wolf. I'm going to continue to share everything I know. So EPS, earnings per share. Interesting. Earnings per share improved. Now that's a very good positive sign. Although it didn't move by much. Went from 1.11 to 1.02. Earnings per share, very good ratio. I love to look at earnings per share. A high earnings per share can mean several things. But generally, this is a loss-making business, right? And I'm hoping 2020, 2021 is they'll turn a new page and they'll start getting their stuff together. Now let's look at the cash growth. Okay, good. 0.3, nothing major. I like to look at their total assets and total liabilities. Now. Assets grew, but liabilities grew at a pretty high rate. So their asset to liability ratio worsened. It worsened, guys. Look how much the assets went up by. 100 million. Right? But their liabilities went up by 500, almost 500 million. But now that's not necessarily a good thing, because if you break down the total liabilities, the biggest movement in their liabilities was in fact long-term debt. Now I want to know, what is that long-term debt about? What is that? What is going on there, people? Now debt can be seen in two ways, right? Debt does not necessarily mean a bad thing if they're trying to grow the business and they are allocating their money towards cash generating areas, right, to grow the business. So liabilities isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it's slightly concerning that they've gone $396 million into long-term debt. So I hope they're doing something productive with it. That's all I can say. And by the looks of it, they are. There we go. Mr. J has told us they are obviously spending the money to grow. So debt in this particular instance is not seen as a bad thing. So there we go, guys. There we go. Let's look at cash flow. I like to look at cash flow. I do like to look at cash flow. Where's the money going? Where's the cash going? And how is it flowing in and out of the business? Right. Let's have a look at this. Okay. It's just really weird, guys. It's like they did nothing between 2018 and 2019. Net income was exactly the same at 580 million. So they clearly were not doing anything special between 18 and 19. They weren't trying to grow their what was the revenue growth, guys, from 18 to 19? Let's have a look. Okay, well, revenue grew 24%. So where was the money spent here on their P&L? Right. Cost of revenue went up. Right, interesting. Okay, that makes sense because revenue obviously went up. That didn't go up by much. R&D went up. That's not bad. Operating expenses, not bad. What was the biggest movement here? How much tax did they pay? 12.38. Okay. It's funny how it worked out, because with increased revenues, it means their revenue went up, right? But their profit margins worsened. From 18 to 19, their profit margins worsened. Why did their profit margins worsen? Because they ended up with the damn same net income. Yeah, no, exactly. They're spending money. I'm just scrutinizing their P&L and financials. But I'm just saying, from 18 to 19, right? They made 24% additional revenue, but they still ended up with the same net income, telling me their margins worsened. They spent more on R&D. They spent more on selling, admin. They had higher operating expenses. So, yeah, let's hope they change it up, switch it up for 2020 and 2021. So I'm hoping things look better, things look brighter for that. So, yeah, I hope that makes sense. Does anybody want me to analyze anything on here? Income statement. Should we look at statistics? Let's see, is there anything interesting here in the statistics? Right. Nothing very interesting here. Debt equity ratio is a good ratio. I like to look at this. Return on capital, nothing there, alright. Profits per employee is pretty impressive. Guys. Well, it's a loss though. It's a loss. They're making a loss of 473,000 per employee. Now that is bad. It makes you wonder how they survived all through this. Anyway, profile, you guys know about it. Palantir Technology builds and deploys software platforms for the intelligence community in the United States to assist in counterterrorism investigations and operations. It offers Palantir Gotham, a software platform for government operatives in the defense and intelligence sectors, which enables users to identify patterns hidden deep within datasets. Datasets is a key word there, guys. Ranging from signals, intelligence sources, to reports from confidential informants, as well as facilities the handoff between analysts and operational users, helping operators plan and execute real-world responses to threats that have been identified within the platform. Incredible scenes here, guys. The company also provides Palantir Foundry, a platform that transforms the ways organizations operate by creating a central operating system for their data and allows individual users to integrate and analyze the data they need in one place. Palantir Technologies Inc. was founded in 2003 and is headquartered in Denver, Colorado. Fantastic, guys. Any questions on the analysis from today? I think that clears up any questions, and I think we're heading straight for the moon. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, make sure you drop a like, and make sure you are supporting the channel. Let me know if you guys would like to discuss this on my Instagram. DM me. It is pinned to the top of this live chat, traderjourney_official. Give me a follow there. Drop me a like on this video. Hit the subscribe button. If anyone's got any other questions, I will hold fire for a few more minutes before I end the live today. It is Saturday night, so there's nothing else to do, is there really? But yeah, I hope this has helped you guys out, and I'm glad that the live has not crashed today. Alex is kindly, Roy is kindly, Diamond Hand, Mr. Diamond Hand, Mr. Bradley Pierce have all donated today. And I'd like to end it off here by announcing the fact that we will be starting the Trader Journey Foundation, a charity organization, something to give back to the community. And it is going to be primarily for now focused on the homeless people. And there's going to be some more news to follow on it, guys. There's going to be some incredible news, and we'll be mainly operating in the London area to feed and help the homeless. And I'll be creating a new Instagram page for it, for sure. New Instagram page, make it official. And as soon as COVID-19, this thing is over, we will get to some proper charity work. I think it's great. I think it's fantastic. You guys have inspired me. I'll tell you who's inspired me. Roy's generosity, Alex's generosity, and all the other people who have donated in the live chat, who continue to support me and have continued to help me grow and be where I am today. So I think from all your generosity, I think it is only right we try and give back to the community in any way we can. And I think nothing sounds better than giving to the people most in need in on the streets. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to open up a new page, and I'm excited, guys. I'm so excited. We're going to do good this year. We're going to reach our goals, and we will be doing these good deeds to give back to the community. So thanks very much for watching, guys. Thanks for everyone who dropped a like on the live. I really appreciate your support as well. Neil Ebner wants to show the face. I don't think people are really concerned about seeing my face. They're mainly here for the knowledge, and I'm a bit camera shy, so I don't see the need, but maybe one day, who knows. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. We will catch you all on the next one. Take care, guys. Have a good weekend. Have a good evening. We will catch you maybe tomorrow for some crypto trading. I did say that was going to be today, but maybe we do that. Maybe we do that tomorrow. Thanks very much, Seb. Thanks, Neil. Thanks, Walt. Thanks, Uncle Philly. Thanks, Namski. Thanks, Tim, a member of ours. Thanks, Jay. Thanks, Walt. Thanks, Bradley Pierce, for your donation. Thanks, Alex, for your donation. Thank you, Diamond Hand, for your donation. Thank you. Farhat, thanks for your kind words. Thank you, Alex P, for joining us again. Thank you, Ewote. Thank you very much. Who else? I think I've captured everyone there. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Roy. Thank you so much for donating. Crazy. Thank you, Chris Pearson, for joining us. Thank you, Pavan, again. James, Uncle Philly, I think I've said that guy already. Mike Schlabs and Chris Pearson. So I think I've captured everyone in the live chat. So thanks very much. We will catch you all. We will be sure to catch you all soon on the next stream. Oh, thanks, Neil. Thanks for those kind words. Maybe I'll consider it then. Peace. See you next stream, guys. Take care. Have a good one. Bye-bye.